Hey there guys, how's it going? Reaper here and I'm back with another painting video. This time around we're doing Magenta Covfefe of Aargh. I think I got that right. I know the Magenta Covfefe part's right. I have no idea what this model is though. It is some weird pink and green thing. It's the only way I can describe it. But it's fun. And it's something different from all the other monsters, definitely. This thing stands out when it's next to all the ones I've already done. And we're halfway through the original colour, so we'll get started. This is the standard grey paint as always. There's nothing better to use than any other colour really. Just grey is the way forward. And we're starting off with Orc blood. And this is for majority of the flesh of this creature. As in the artwork, it is a very reddy colour. So I've gone with the Orc blood. This is it's a bit more purple than red. But when you wash it, it goes back to a red. And it's got that variety that you need. And as you can see now, this is actually going to be the second coat of this. I did finish it. I don't notice the ears, but I went back to do the second coat, so I've done the ears now, and now I'm going back to a second coat. But every colour I do has a second coat on them at some point in this video, but it's not shown in the video. So in between the colours I do another coat. This is the only one I'm showing the second coat of. And that's it for the Orc blood. Now on to Angel Green, and this is a very thin paint. I haven't thinned this paint, but for some reason this paint just comes out stupidly thin, and every time I use this paint it needs a second coat. I've never been able to do it in just one. But this is tail, horns, second set of horns, the beard he's got, as well as the toenails are all getting done in this Angel Green, and then they get highlighted up later on. As you can probably all start to see, the grey is coming back through where the paint is starting to pool at in the recesses. It's almost like a green wash. It's that sort of thin. My guess is I haven't shook it up enough, but because I thin my paints whenever I use them, this isn't that much of a problem for me. It's just a little bit thinner than I would normally use. So the second coat is normal. But I would advise, if you want to use this paint and try and do a one coat, shake it. Shake it a lot. Because I've shook all my paints up quite a bit. This one just is not mixing how it's supposed to. I don't know if I've got a dud one or whether it's just the way Angel Green works. But that is it for the Angel Green now. Anyway, so we're on to Warlock Purple. This is for the gums and nose. The little bottom of his nose is sticking out through his hair. But I don't know how this creature sees. There's no eyes on this thing. But anyway, it's for the gums, nose, the feet get the Warlock Purple, as well as I do the underbelly a bit and try and blend it into the flesh, just so it looks like he's got a bit of a soft underbelly. that's it for Warlock Purple. Now we're on to Alien Purple. There's a lot of purples in this, it seems. We do just use Oozing Purple a bit later on as well. But Alien Purple, I think, is the first colour I don't do a second coat on, as Alien Purple normally is quite good at covering areas. I think that's because it's dark and not as thin as Angel Green. So it just sort of covers and it's fine. And of course, with where it is, its hair, I'm going to highlight the hair anyway. So if it does droop a bit on the raised areas, it's not such a problem. As you can see, that's given some solid coverage right there, unlike anything else I've used so far. And I'm going on to Desert Yellow now for the teeth, but as you can, if you look closer, you can also see the green has been done again. This Angel Green is now, for some reason, the second layer works perfectly with Angel Green every time. It just covers everything. I think there's something in the pigment that just does it. And now we're on to, I want to say it's a dry brush, but it's not. It's like a dry brush. It's quite a bit of paint on my brush and I'm just dragging it across. I'm not trying to just catch edges. I don't mind if it goes in the recesses a little bit. It's just to add a little bit of variety, as the solid dark green just didn't look right. So I've added some Goblin Green. With this green as well, there's a lot of paint on my brush when I'm doing this. So I'm not trying to hide the recesses, but I'm just trying to catch raised areas. So it's a dry brush, but a heavy dry brush, I believe they're called. It's basically a dry brush with a lot of paint. And with the toenails, it is just paint up to about a third of the way, just to give that sort of tonal shade. As toenails seem to come out a bit strange. This as well is, I'm not 100% on whether I should have used the green, because I do go back over it later on as well with a different colour, but it sort of works, because in the artwork there are stripes on this model and they are sort of a greeny turquoisey colour, so I'm just quickly painting them in. And now we're on to the next purple, which is Oozing Purple as the highlight for the hair. And this is quite literally edge highlight all over the raised areas. Just leave that alien purple in the recesses. That is it for all the purples now. There's no more in this video. Actually, there's one more, I'm afraid. But first off, we're on to Skeleton Bone. And this is just teeth. You can dry brush teeth. It works out pretty much the same, but for some reason I just prefer the hand paint teeth in. Just because it makes sure I can guarantee it gets just teeth. Now on to this is the part I'm not 100% sure what I should have done, and I'll let you guys decide if it works or not, because I'm sort of on the fence. But it's Hydra Turquoise. Just I'm trying to just do the center lines of the stripes so that you can still see that goblin green through. So when you wash it, it sort of looks a bit more organic. But I'm not 100% certain it's the right thing to do. Now on to washes, and it is red tone first over everything apart from the hair and the green. So all the stripes, all the feet, the mouth, and of course the main body is all going to be done with this red tone. Because of course it's a magenta model. It has to be a magenta color, so it needs to be that more reddy area. That's it for first wash. Now on to the final purple, which is purple tone, and this is just for the hair. It helps blend the oozing purple in with the alien purple, just to make it look a bit more natural, like light is just shining on the same color hair. Now that's done, it's green tone for all of the green. And this just sort of solidifies those goblin green highlights and makes it a bit more sort of pop, essentially. And that is it for all the washes, and finally, as always, the last thing in my videos, the matte black base. There we go, that is it for this model. It's been a strange one. I can't say I've ever painted anything quite like this, and probably never will paint anything quite like this again, but it has been fun. And like and subscribe if you did enjoy, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.